fire, motherfucker! What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Collective Discord. Today, I'm with Dave Gunn, and we're gonna be cooking on the Masterbuilt 800 Gravity series. Tell them about it, Dave.
The Gravity series, you've got a hopper here. Charcoal is thrown into the hopper. You light her. She starts rolling that smoke. A fan cuts on down here. And 6 hours for some ribs, some chicken, or 20 to an hour, you've got a killer reverse seared steak. And that's what we're gonna be doing today. Reverse seared steak. We're gonna throw them on for about 30 to 45 minutes, depending on thickness, till they get to 105 degrees. Then we're gonna crank this bad boy up to about 800, 900 degrees and sear them for just a couple minutes, and then it's time to eat. First thing you wanna do is make sure your hopper is filled with charcoal. I personally like B&B. If you can throw in a couple extra dollars in, Jealous Devil makes a killer lump charcoal. What I'm using today is B&B green bag, and I'm telling you, look at this. When's the last time you saw charcoal look like that? So right here is your ash bin. This is your ash bin. We'll open that here in a second. Your charcoal starts here and goes all the way up. These will actually release here, giving your charcoal the opportunity to burn right here. So you're only burning, let's say, this last bottom level here. What's amazing about this unit is that these charcoals up in here, from probably 20% higher, never light. And you've got that fan under there that will just continuously run. Once you get your temperature set, that fan will cut off and will remain off until your temperature lowers, and it needs to keep that constant temperature, which I love about this thing. It really keeps a constant temperature hours on end. I think I've done a 16-hour smoke on a brisket, and I didn't lose temperature that often at all. This is your ash bin. It has a grate here. Once you start, you want to shake this out. I've already done that pre-work, but you shake that out and you can see down in there some of the residual charcoal have fallen in there. What I like to do, so I have a good wood flavor, is put some in there. And that way, when you have the charcoal drop small pieces of fire in there, that wood will catch fire, and boy, will it give your food some great flavor. Today, we're working with post oak and hickory. We're gonna go ahead and just light that and let her roll. Oh, I love that sound. And the smoke. You're gonna let this sit here for about 3 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. And what that's doing is now igniting all the charcoal here on the bottom level. In a few seconds, we're gonna take those slides right out, and this thing will start going. But shut that really quick. What that'll do is actually push down on this lever right here, and that's how it will know that it's ready to roll. So we're gonna kick the temperature up, and we're gonna go ahead and kick that on. I like to just, I put it on whatever time. You can certainly dial in the time for your food, but I've always learned that you don't cook with time, you cook with temperature. End temperature for your food will give you the best product out there. Learn what you're cooking, learn the temperature that it needs to be at, and work with that, not just the time frame that someone suggests you should cook everything at.
So we have temperature, and this is your app connect, time, and what is this? Cycling through the probes?
Yeah, that's your probes, and then this is for your Wi-Fi. Just like the cavemen did, I like to blow on the fire a little bit, really get it dancing in there, so that it begins to start to ignite all of the bottom layer of your charcoal. See that? Right there?
Do one more time.
See that? You can see how that fire is going to start to tickle that wood, and that wood will ignite at some point.
All right, Dave, so how much charcoal would you say you go through on just cooking like hamburgers and hot dogs?
I would say, well, a hopper is probably going to be about a quarter bag, give or take. You probably, if you were just cooking hamburgers and you weren't reverse searing them, you were literally just igniting it up to, let's say 500, 550, put the burgers on, seared for a few minutes on each side, you're probably going to cut that off. That would probably run at least 4 or 5 cooks. Now, if I'm cooking a 6-hour smoke on barbecue, on chicken or on pork, that's probably going to take an entire hopper, which again is about 1/3 of a bag.
So when I buy propane for my gas grill,
I mean, hey, listen, propane has its place sometimes, but if you really want good quality product, I feel that charcoal, you can't replace charcoal. Even your pellet guys out there, I've had pellet grill food, it's great, but you can't replace real lump wood when it burns. You know, what this did is took the offset smoker, the barrel smoker, and make it foolproof for guys like me who don't have time all day long to just sit here and stare at the smoker and make sure it's running. But we could set it and forget it, if you will, and come out with some of the best product out there. Everyone I know I cook for now that I've had this has told me my product has improved dramatically. You hear that fan kick on right away. Now you're gonna wait about 5 to 7 minutes and let it start building its temp. One thing I can tell you about the Masterbuilt that I don't like, if you guys want to hear the good and the bad, right? Their Wi-Fi and their electrical components, I've noticed as far as what it reads temperature-wise and what it reads Wi-Fi-wise. With this, it typically reads about 30 degrees higher than what I have here on my Lava Lock system. So it's a $20 upgrade on Amazon, and I'm telling you, this is pretty damn dialed in because I've used the temperature gun and it's very close. The digital thermometer and the analog thermometer will give you different readings. Right now we are climbing at 270, which we're not going to be smoking at that level, but I know that's not the actual level. Right here I'm almost hitting 200. So this thing tells me I'm at 283 right now and climbing, and I have it literally pushed at 350 because I want it to get up to temp as quick as possible. I don't want that fan to cut off right now. I want that rolling, that heat. But right now, I'm barely hitting 200, whereas this is telling me I'm at 306. So Masterbuilt, I love your machine, but at the end of the day, your electronics leave a lot to be desired. Lava Lock, $20 on Amazon, can't do you wrong. Once we get where we want to get temperature-wise, we drop that down, you see the fan cut off immediately.
Yeah, it did.
And now, we're gonna try to maintain temp. Okay, so what we have here, I've actually got a porterhouse and a ribeye. This is injected with soy sauce, red wine, Creole butter, and garlic water from the minced garlic jar inside. Then I gave it what I call a butter massage. Put some butter on there, some chop, which basically is salt, pepper, garlic, and dried onion. Okay, and that's all that was, and that marinated there for about 24 hours. Now I'm gonna come up here, put that meat right here. Oh, you can hear that little sizzle there. Even at 250 degrees, that grill's saying hello to the steak here, and I wanna push these together to keep, you wanna put that together almost just like you would with your pork, to where that juice kind of compacts in there. Oh, that's gonna taste so good. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna wait until each steak comes up to about 105 degrees. But once it hits 105 degrees, we're gonna crank this bad boy all the way up to 800-900, and we're gonna sear them on each side. So Steve, it's probably been about 25 minutes.
I would say so.
Probably about 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's just take a quick peek, and I know this is a mortal sin when it comes to the Masterbuilt Gravity series, but we're gonna do it anyways. Let's take a quick glimpse and see where that wood is that I showed you before. That wood has done nothing but burn into that meat, and you see those little embers coming down. That's what ignites that wood. We're gonna close this really quickly, but that's where the magic is, folks. Here we go. What we wanna now check, because we're reverse searing these, remember. Let me make sure, yep, there we go. What we want is about 130. That's a little bit high. Let's see this thicker one. We'll probably want to pull the small one.
We got 120 on that one.
Yep. 125, 130 in the fillet. You're gonna pull them off that grill. Get that fire. Oh, all that extra charred garlic down there. There you go. All right, let's get this sprayed down. We want this soaked in oil there, because that's where we're gonna put the steak here in just a minute. There we go. What we're gonna do is shut the hood, and And we're gonna bring it all the way up, till it won't go no more. And we're gonna sear it for about a minute and a half each side. We're ready to eat. Floating in that smoke, guys, listen, here's the thing. Even though your temperature gauge reads 800, you have to remember the steel is not at 800. You need to wait a little bit. Give it another 3 to 5 minutes for it to sit there at that temperature so that when you put that steak or that meat on, it sears it at a full 800 degrees. We want it over there too. This is what happens if you open the hopper. As you can see, those flames will come up. You don't want that, but
It wasn't as bad as I thought, though.
for all intents and purposes, we have to show you everything. Everything. You know what's everything? These steaks. Boy, we're gonna show you everything very, very soon. Let's get good char marks on them. Oh, you know what, bro? Man, screw them tongs.
Oh, you leave the grill closed when it's in?
Yeah. More smoke.
I thought it was open. Give that one another minute.
On your knees, dog.
Okay. Now it's time to shut off your fire. It's very, 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 very hard. Actually, it's very simple. Are you ready? So hard. No. We're almost ready to eat. Who's ready to eat? I'm ready to eat. That was it. Shh, be quiet. It's sleeping. Now you wait for it to cool down and then you cover it. Yeah, it's a little medium.
Oh, it's so dark in here.
Oh my God.
All I needed to hear, we're on it.
Get that flavor, man.
So put it under the light.
That's better. We cooked it to medium. I prefer medium rare. I know it's a sin to have anything different, but try that, dude. God damn.
Going over here.
Oh my God.
All right, here we go. GunnSmoke BBQ.
Now. Here's the ribeye.
Oh, that just melts in your mouth.
Here's the ribeye.
That fat is like candy glaze.
Look at that ribeye. Oh, just juicy.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go, bro.
Cheers. Oh, it's so tender. Damn.
That's crazy, dude. That is crazy. That is crazy. Hold on.
Yeah, it's way too dark in here. Yes, yes, we have light.
Hold on. Can we just show it one more time?
Yeah.
We want it. You always want your meat to rest. Literally, what I did was a mortal sin to cut into that meat. That can't. I mean, you can call that medium, maybe medium unrare. I mean, look at that juice. This one, but I mean, literally, look at that. I mean, I don't know. If there was fall off the bone, this is fall off the muscle. I mean, oh, and the flavor. It's literally meat candy.
Put it over here.
Oh, that's good. You too can be an amateur pro with the Masterbuilt Gravity series. 560, 800, 1050. I prefer the 1050. I bought the 800. I shouldn't have done it. If you don't griddle a lot, go with the bigger size. If you're a small, maybe you're a couple or a single guy, go with the 560. If you cook for a lot of people like I do, I wish I would have went for the 1050. I might even own 2 of them. See you guys next time.
You guys don't get to taste that, but I did.